most people are, they know the sleep well, eat your calories, and there's just other small factors as well. Your mood. Like for example, even though we spoke about clothes, some people clothes actually make them feel good. I say most especially women, if they feel like they look cute or they look nice, they will just perform better in the gym. And if that works for you, it works for you. I know I've had clients, like when I was a PT, I did have women that would tell me that, when they come in, just make a silly joke. Oh, I bet you're looking quite, like you're going out after the, and they're like, oh, I just want to feel nice. And if that, them being able to wear a set or look cute or look good, helps them perform better in the gym, then that's it. You do that. So people need to, apart from the sleep and the food and the water and all that stuff, that you just gotta find what makes you. And I made that example in the beginning. I do not talk to women. Me personally, like I couldn't talk to my missus, my mom, sister, just before a gym session. Yeah, if they called my phone, I wouldn't call their phone personally on my way to the gym. But if they called my phone, I'll most likely just drop a text and say, "Yo, what's up?" It could just be a general. I'll answer it. But if I feel like they're calling me to have a conversation or to nag me about something, I am not speaking up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think for me, what I've recently realized is, when instead of like, you see when you're training here and your music changes, does that bug you?
I don't even use headphones, if you notice.
I haven't noticed, but I mean, I've stopped listening to playlists, and each exercise I repeat the same song, because I feel like when I'm training and the song like changes, I feel like it just kind of like, especially if I don't like it, it kind of just throws. But then when if I'm listening to, like, for example, Bad Meets Evil for like this chest press, like, especially when I want to skip the song, I'm like, fuck, I got 2 more sets left. When I finish that 2 sets, I can skip the song. So it kind of like, it goes hand in hand where I'm like, okay, cool, I can do it. And I'm still in the same, like, depending on the song that you listen to, I'm still in the same kind of like zone mentally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I know for sure when the music changes, it just kind of is like, do I like this one? No. And then now you have to skip next. That's way too much. I just pick one song for that exercise. The next exercise, a new song, and I'll repeat it for my 4 or 5 sets. The second thing, go on.
No. On the music note, what's your music genre when you're in the gym?
At the moment, it's not even a genre no more. It's just about 5 songs. It's
Whatever
going to be
you.
Yeah, it's gonna be Bad Meets Evil. I really like that one.
Okay.
I like one of Eminem's song. I think it's Lose Yourself. Those 2 they have to be in. And then I might play like a little Elvis thing. Don't judge me. It's either Elvis or
Elvis thing. Don't judge me.
Yeah, I'm dead. like rock R&B. Like I listen to that. It's like upbeat, but it's just beats and like they're just talking shit. So I really like that. And then it would probably be like a Pot of Papers track, and I'll bang that over again, and then maybe like A92 Fumes Engineer. Boom, that's it.
I couldn't listen to grime. I couldn't listen to my 2 Afro beats. And for one weird reason, there was a whole time I was doing this whole meme where I was saying to people, I would listen to love songs.
Soft.
What is going on here?
And I would always say to people, someone said, "Oh, what song are you listening to?" Like, because I'm just there, like sometimes singing along during my rest time. Yeah, I was like, "Bro, you listen to Sam Smith?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just doing that extra rep for that ex that left me." You know what I mean?
Hello.
Extra motivation.
Sam Smith is different. That's a different genre. That's a whole different genre, bro. That's never love song.
Sam Smith, Adele.
That's heartbreak.
Yeah, those kind of tunes.
That's the best 3 right there. That's the best 3
getting into my feelings really gets me through that session, man.
I don't like that.
I hear that.
That makes me too intense, bro. But then it depends
what you need.
It depends what song you listen. Like me, if I was to listen, I listen to like Tory Lanez, and I'll put on like the Chicks tape. I think the pink one, Chicks Tape 5, if I'm right. And that's kind of like mellow. It's not too upbeat because you don't want to be too excited up there, and you're not pushing weight as fast as you want. So it's kind of mellow. But I feel like Adele, like you be sitting there thinking,
until you tried it.
I feel you.
I don't know, man.
Not
I feel
Adele,
like people underestimate how much bigger influence music has on them in general. So I feel I've opted for more audiobooks, more like certain podcasts as well, where it's just straight information and I can just take it in while I'm training, for example. You'll notice your focus is completely different. Music, one moment you're up, one moment you're down, like, oh, you're in the middle of a lift and the song changes and it throws you off. Audiobooks, it's just the same tone consistently.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Especially when you listen to like,
you just focus.
Especially when you listen to like self-improvement, but I say self-improvement, but where it's just one of those like deep monotone and it's like, you know, what it takes to build a mind is this, and you're there like, fuck, one more rep then.
No, absolutely, 100%. Like fucking, if it's like 6 a.m. in the morning and I'm doing an early session before work, I'm running up Art of War. You know what I mean? Like stuff, audio books like that. Like, but it really depends.
So, what about supplements for? Are you a pre-workout or you're because Ade, you said you drink water mid-session, which I'm with you. I take 2 bottles to the gym. One's filled with water, one's supplements. Are you a pre-workout guy or are you more like are you a supplement guy or are you not? And are you a pre-workout guy or do you like to take your supplements mid-training? That's like 4 options. What would it be?
I have periods where I'm like creatine and I'm pre-workout, and I have periods where I don't use them at all. Just like I have periods where I use protein and I have periods where I don't use protein at all.
What you had? I'm shaking his head. This guy is typical from. I already know your answer.
What?
Okay. no, just Eba, just before the session, solid
I hope you guys wouldn't ask a question on this year, but me personally, African pre-workout is crap, mate.
You think it's crack?
Okay.
Did you say crack or crap?
Crap.
It's crap. It's crack. Oh. You listen. I know a lot of people have shot me for this here. Look, I'm a natural athlete. Pre-workout is a no-no. I do not take pre-workout. And when it comes to supplements, I'm very, very, I'm very, very cautious. Like, I have my whey isolate that I use in my off-season, because when you're eating so much protein, it's convenient. Most especially if I got like an early shift and I'm leaving house early, literally just 2 scoops, my oats, my berries, I'm out the door kind of thing. If I have the opportunity to sit down and have my breakfast at home, protein, I don't even look at my top. I take creatine, obviously in the off season, and pre-workout, off-season prep, I do not take pre-workout. I just never taken it. I don't give a hell about it.
That's fascinating, so.
I've tasted it once before. Someone was like, just take this, it will make you feel good. I've done the dry scoop. I swear to God, I was like, yeah, never again.
See, that was your mistake. The dry scoop.
Hold on, guys, keep going.
Dry scoop, but I've always been against it. So it wouldn't even matter if I'd taken it with water, dry scoop, whatever. Me personally, I just feel like it's laced with something, man, because if you can't perform without, I don't want to mention certain brands on there, yeah. But yeah, there's just certain companies I just feel like, yeah, your thing ain't natural, man, because it's just like you see a group of people taking that stuff, yeah, and I don't know, call them supernaturals and just get strength overnight. I don't know, innit?
I get that. No, I mean, like, some people don't need it. Like, for yourself, you don't necessarily need it. Like, you need Sam Smith,
like. Thank you very much. I'm happy.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
John, you said sometimes you're a creatine guy, sometimes you take pre-workout. I feel you sometimes, but I feel like I kind of came off of pre-workout a long time. Well, I say a long time ago. I rarely used to take them. At the start, when I started training, firstly, everyone's like pre-workout, because I'd go to like one of these like old school bodybuilding gyms with like guys bigger than me, and they're like, for this session, get a pre-workout. It'd be the fucking Optimum Nutrition green apple pre-workout, and that's what I do. Other than that, I've never really bought a pre-workout because I don't feel like I needed it. But as of lately, I started, and I did a video on how to save money on supplements. And what I did is I literally just bought like hella ingredients, like beta-alanine, fucking glutamine, creatine. And depending on how I'm feeling, I would mix a combination of them to try to find what works for me. But I don't drink it I don't down it all in one go. I drink it mid-session, and I don't even drink it like on my sessions. I drink it at the start, maybe on my way there. And then I do like two exercises. And when I'm like sweating and I'm proper like in it, Then I started drinking it, and then I have every time I drink a little bit of my intro workout, let's call it that, and I drink like hella water. So I go back and forth with it. So I'm not really a pre-workout guy, but I feel like having things like this is crack. This beta-alanine stuff is crack. If you take it, I'm telling you now, if you take it, like, let's say you're drinking it mid-workout, and you take it and you just finish your last exercise and your body's not moving as much as it should, you start itching. Yeah, your whole body starts itching, and it's fucked. It's fucked.
I'm not about that.
I'll be back.
I'm not about that at all, to be honest. That's not a bit of me. I'll be honest with you. That's what I'm saying. Why should my body start itching? And like,
like what's all that? Like, it's crack.
100%, bro. 100%. Worse, like, I don't really do much supplements though, other than like creatine. Like, I work on in season with it and off season with it, depending on what kind of what am I lifting during that particular phase? Am I working more on power and explosiveness as opposed to, let's say, hypertrophy? Then during that hypertrophy phase, I'm not using all these extra, like, pre-workouts, for example. But during like the power and explosive phase, I would opt for more of that during that time.
That makes sense. I could see you doing that as well, to be fair. So Ade, how long have you been competing for now, roughly? Or when was your first showing?
You know what? I don't know. Okay, my first show was last year.
Okay.
But do we say that was my first show of competing? Because obviously it's not like I just woke up one minute and I'm competing tomorrow. I feel like I made that decision to compete in 2019. So I started my prep work.
Okay. So prep work. Okay, cool. Because I wanted to lead on to, how many times have you been on stage now? So
last year I done 2 shows.
Okay. So those 2 shows, what was compared to your first show on stage, first time on stage, what was the biggest mistake you made, and how did you rectify it from the second show? It doesn't matter like about places or nothing like that, but certain things that you did the first time and there were mistakes and how you rectified them the second time. And did you have a coach both times?
Yes, I had a coach both times.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, I've changed. Yeah, so this is how I put it to you. Yeah, and I just have to give my advice based from a natural athlete point of view. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, don't play that game with yourself to say I am not ready. As a natural athlete, yeah, you're going to be flat 24/7. Even when you have your high days, yeah, sometimes it doesn't touch the sides. You know what I mean? So that's the big mistake. Don't play mind games with yourself, because once you start saying to yourself, "Oh, telling your coach, I'm not ready. I feel like this," you're stressing. You're gonna hold water. When you start stressing, you're gonna take some drastic measures. You're gonna, like, everyone thinks they're being 100% honest with their coaches, but you're not. You're going to do silly stuff that.
John, why is your camera going back and forth like a? What did you do there?
I did nothing, bro. Like, but continue, my bro.
Yeah, sorry, bro. That bugged me out still.
That's on your face.
So I would say to people, as a natural athlete, stop stressing. Most especially when you have a coach, yeah, let your coach do the stress.
Were you stressing on your first show?
Let your coach stress.
But were you stressing on your first show?
What? Obviously I was, because I was thinking I'm not ready. I've never competed before. You don't know what to like. You need to cut your expectations.
Realistic or cut them?
You need to cut your expectations, because 9 out of 10 times, where every bodybuilder, every aspiring bodybuilder, where does your mentality come from to compete? You watching other bodybuilders.
That's fair.
You see Conor Roman looking mad.
What did you say, Connie Roman? I called that one, buddy. Don't try to slide that one in.
Bro, you're such a pagan, bro. Fucking hell, bro. I was like, I'm not letting that slip.
Go on.
You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that.
Ronnie Coleman. I knew he was going to say Ronnie Coleman, but man said Connie Roman. I said, wait a minute. But go on.
Yeah, so the whole point I'm trying to get to is, like, for me, okay, this year, what I would say from last year that's different to this year, and I can only speak on myself here, is that this year I would say I have no expectations. I have no expectations of what I want to look like on stage. expectations of what position I should be, expectations of what other people look like and what I'm not looking like, that will really mess with you. And that will slowly, like, even before you get on stage, will burn your confidence, will burn that excitement at the beginning of prep, because by the time you get to 3-4 weeks out here, you're going to look flat. People that are not even throwing shades at you are gonna say like, "Raw, you look like you lost weight. Are you ill? Are you this? Are you that?" But that's because you're a natural athlete. You're not someone on gear. You're not a bodybuilder where like you're taking like this bodybuilders that are on gear or that look swollen 2 days before show, 3 days before show, a week out. Yeah, it's because of all the stuff they're putting into their body.
Yeah,
it is easier for someone that's on gear to still be on high carbs even a week out. When you're a natural athlete, yeah, you don't have all that extra stuff that will help you like dry out so quickly in the last week in your peak week. So you just need to trust in your coach. Obviously I know some people these days compete without coach. I don't know how they do it, but thumbs up to them. I don't think I could. I don't know how I would. Not to say I don't have the knowledge and stuff, but I just feel like if I didn't have a coach, I would take drastic measures. I will start doing cardio 3 times a day just because I feel like I'm not where I need to be. You know, your eyes will play games on you. You look at yourself and you're thinking like, I look suck. Some days I send my check-in pictures to my coach and he's like, thumbs up, yeah, we're on track. I don't want to say nothing back because I know he's got eyes that I can't see, because I look at myself and I see this video I sent him. I'm like, brother, what can you see? But he's the coach. He's the coach. So and that comes from expectations. A lot of people, like for me, my first year, I had way too much expectations. I was like, yes, I'm a big guy. I got mass. I came in 50-50 condition. Condition was not top notch. Came in.
Was that obviously first show?
Yeah, something happened the day before my show. I don't really want to say, because obviously that was one of the reasons I kind of like got rid of my coach.
Okay.
He made it, you know, he fucked me up. I can't lie. But that's that. But even with that, I still had so much expectations. I was thinking, yeah, because the thing as well, when you're a natural athlete, your first ever show, remember you're going to be doing the novices, and this is one thing I never knew back then. Now I know. When you do novices, yeah, there's a lot of people in novices.
Yeah, there's a stacked line.
Wow, there's people that have been training for 30 years, but they've never competed, so they qualify for novices. It's not age, it's not height, it's nothing categories. Just you never competed, come. So you're gonna meet people that are, bruv, they've been training longer than you have. They have, like, yes, they're novices, but the quality of their muscles and what they're presenting is crazy. It's a lot. And also, I didn't know this, as a novices, yeah, you could have competed in other shows but not placed between first and second, and you can still do novices.
Okay, cool. So then what goes through your head of that during that time when you're meeting these people who are so experienced but in the same kind of category as you per se?
Exactly. The odds are stacked against you. So if you have somebody that's been competing for like 3-4 years, but they've never placed in between 1 and 2, but they know the process of what stages. They already know how to manage their nerves. They already know what to expect. They already know how the show's going to run, compared to you that you're an actual novices. You've never, ever been on stage. It's two completely different. You're two completely different people. You might have similar physiques. You might be competing in the same class, but you're both not novices, because that person's been through shows they just never placed.
No, of course. So then how do you stay focused in the zone per se?
I have no expectations. Don't watch other people. Just go there and compete against yourself. You versus you every single time. And if your package that you present is good enough to put you in a good place and in a good ranking, so be it. Like, I've had to learn that bodybuilding is a very subjective sport, but at the same time, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot and say, it's not very, if you come undeniable, if you come with the work has been done, then you can't be subjective. Subjective is when you've come and you come in a bit average, you've left science stone unturned, you've let other people come and just, you know, like you can go on stage and if you know every single aspect of your posing, your condition is on point, the mass is there, the balance. Because a lot of people, again, when I went for my first show, I was just thinking size. Yes, I'm a big guy. I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna beat them on size. I'm gonna beat them on posing. Don't work like that. When you go to bodybuilding, it's a well-balanced physique. That's why you see a lot of people, they'll be like, oh my God, that guy looks small compared to me. Yes, he might look small compared to you, but from head to toe, cemetery balances, condition is 10-10. Whereas you just come with size, condition is a bit iffy.
You see with stress that you was mentioning about, I feel like that's probably what I'm going through right now, because I don't know if I don't know if I'd say I do have expectations, if I'm honest. Let me be honest now, because I do. But the thing is, compared to, because I did a show last year, October. I don't know.
You didn't put. I didn't see no pictures of them,
bro. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
I just sent you a link to the thing, because the 30-minute thing might run out in a second, so we can all just come back into that one. But yeah, so I didn't have a coach, and it was WNBF, and the thing is, 4 weeks out, or it's like 6 weeks out, 8 weeks out, everyone's like, "Oh, you look good. You look like 6 weeks out. All you gotta do is just drop the water, yada yada." I was like, "Cool." Sign up for the show, and then I wasn't sure if it was a height or weight thing, because you know how people are like, "Oh, it's a height thing." I wasn't sure. They didn't really tell me properly. So at first I thought it was a weight thing. So I started dieting down. I cut my shit out, like all the food and blah, blah, blah. And then I found out that there isn't no weight stuff. And I put my food back in. and I was eating. I didn't have no coach. So then I was like, fuck it. It was basically like a 4-week prep. I swear to God, 6 weeks max, because the first 2 weeks I wasn't even sure what was going on. I get on stage now. I get to the place I'm meant to be doing juniors under 23. I only rushed it because I'm turning 24 this year, So I wanted to go on stage. Everyone's like, "Oh, look, you look good, blah, blah, blah." And to hindsight, I probably disrespected the sport a bit by going in there thinking I could win based on what people were saying about me. Do you guys trying to say? So I go there and I miss my pre-judging for juniors, because I was chilling with a girl and I went to Birmingham, I went to a bit, and then after I thought I had enough time This is my first time, no coach, no one to tell me to sit down and chill, blah blah blah. I go there and I come back, but on my way to Herbert's, here's the funny thing. I wanted to go to Herbert's to get a little gym session, get a little pump. I didn't know that wasn't gonna work. So
on show day.
Yeah. So before I left, I went to go use the toilet quickly. I wanted to go piss, I think. And then I pull my trousers down and my phone drops in the water. Boom. But that's the first sign. But anyways, it worked. iPhone will work for like the next 2 minutes before the system says, yeah, it's done. I get to Herbert's now. I do the gym session, yada yada yada. I come out of crib. It's like these accommodation things. So as soon as you come out, there's no way you're getting back in unless you call them. So I go there, I come out. As soon as I come out, my phone starts bugging out. I'm trying to tap. The screen's not working. And I'm like, I'm gonna be late. I'm trying to get this girl to book me on Uber, and I'm saying, "Siri, call this," and Siri's like, "Call who?" I was like, "Oh my God!" So I missed the whole. I missed the whole. Hey, chill. I went there for games. Yeah, chill. So I missed the whole pre-judging. I go there. I get there now, and they're like, "Oh," I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Yeah, juniors have just gone on. Novice are about." I said, "Can I do novice?" I was like, "They're literally just about to go on." There's like, "You're just gonna have to do the open." I was like, "Cool, I'll do the open." No, I'll do it. I'm here now. I'm in Birmingham. Nigga, I came from London. I'm doing something today. So it was like, yeah, I thought I was gonna be small, medium. And it's like, "You're tall." I was thinking, fuck. Gee, so they put me on stage, like I was so out of place. Like my number was 22, my birthday number, and everyone else's number was like 71, 81. They already told the judges that I wasn't meant to be there, but my conditioning was poor. So now that's why I didn't post no picture. But I ain't gonna lie, the guy came, I was the biggest on stage, but I wasn't conditioned at all. So the guy, now that I've already been through that kind of like L, let's call it L. And the thing is, I wasn't even eating in between. Like I didn't know what to eat. Man was walking around, I was drinking 7-Up, I had Haribos. Bro, I had eggs, 2 eggs. Gee, I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, I thought you were just supposed to eat protein the whole day to stay lean. I had no clue. Bro, I'm telling you. So after that, I finally got a coach, like maybe like January, March, April, maybe like April, May. I finally got a coach. So in my head, I have this expectation of myself where there's basically road to redemption. You see my story. So I'm basically trying to get back there. But now I feel like I'm stressing out. Even though I knew I was the biggest on stage last year, obviously new guys will come in, and I want to be conditioned, but I want to be big. But at the same time, it's like I feel like those stress factors really do hurt me, because I was that same guy that I was telling you about that talk about the body limbs. He said with natural bodybuilders, our cortisol levels it affects our gains a lot more than bodybuilders, because cortisol is kind of like catabolic to it's catabolic to muscle. Do you know what I'm saying? And the only reason why enhanced guys get it is because they have so much anabolic hormones. It's like, you know, if the level go up and down, it doesn't really matter. So that kind of stress in terms of like staying on condition, or just, I want to say outdoing myself for this show coming up is adding like so much, I wouldn't say stress, but I'm really, really like overthinking it.
Well, human beings, and it's normal to a certain extent to stress. It's normal. But I always say, try to find a way to manage your stress. And cool, you might have been the biggest guy last year. Just see as you versus you. You are already in a better position than last year. You know why? You have a coach.
Yeah.
You are mentally, you should put yourself in a position. I'm winning already. I've already taken a step closer or further away from what I was last year. I have a coach. I have direction. Last year, you clearly did not have no direction. This year, you have that.
Not even Uber. I'm telling you.
You get me? So, because you're trying to go to the gym on show day, you're trying to link a girl on show day, like, what up?
No, I wasn't trying to link a girl.
Focus your mind.
Focus.
Focus.
I wanted to get a pump.
Focus. Do not type for now.
Sure. There was a gym in the accommodation. I thought I could get a pump. I didn't know you shouldn't train on show day. I didn't know any of that.
The only pump you need on show day is backstage when you're about to go on.
Yeah, I didn't know about that still. It was tough. But the reason why I brought it up is because obviously someone's connection's off. I don't know who.
No,
Ade. Yes, I think it's gonna come back into it. I wasn't trying to link girl for.
You were, bro.
I wasn't from. I wasn't. I wasn't trying to. Chill, man. Ade, you're frozen for a bit.
Bro, no sense of direction, no sense of common sense, bro.
Hey, why does your camera follow you around?
iPad. I'm just gonna do my videos on here now. Instead of like getting a camera to do videos and all that shit, I'll just do it on here. Because this bad boy follows me around.
Why?
That's how I said it.
That's kind of lit still, I can't lie.
My iPad is cruddy, bro. Like, I could be here. I'm over in this corner.
Yeah! That's what I was thinking. Why is this thing panning like it's one production movie, fam? So
now, imagine me and I'll come now, with the mic and everything, be like here chatting, doing my content videos here. But my windows, my blinds are opening.
Ade, flip it.
Easy.
Yeah, it's flipped.
Okay. So what the reason why I told that story is because you said you don't have like expectations for yourself. So I wanted to ask, apart from the show day, do you have expectations in the gym in terms of performance wise? The only reason why I say that is because you go first. If you have any performance expectations in the gym, maybe not number wise, but like.
So for me, I feel we're using expectations differently in this context.
Okay.
You see, when you're this deep into prep here, you cannot be thinking you're gonna go to the gym and be pulling 260 deadlift and doing all this crazy shit. You have to cut your expectations of what you're used to, but still go in there and fuck shit up 100 times 10%. I always say this to people here: there's nothing like a bad deadlift day. You could have had a good meals, everything sweet, and you go into the gym and the weight just ain't coming up. Take that weight down and do what you can at 100% at the weight that you can't get up. There is nothing like a bad training day. People just have too much expectation. Oh, last week I got this. Last week I got this. Now, okay, last week you're thinking, yeah, I got 260 deadlift to progressive overload. No, go back to 260 and get more reps. That's a form of progressive overload. Slow down your reps. Pause it.
Facts.
Take a shorter rest between your sets. Anything to make that lift. Your muscles don't know if you put the weight up or not. Your muscle just knows that, right, you're working us hard enough that we are forced to be stressed and grow.
I feel you. So, the reason why I mentioned that is because my coach says to me, and he's not a heavyweight guy as well, but he said to me, you wanna outdo them in the gym. So when you go on stage, you're like, yeah, no one's worked harder than me on the stage. Outwork everybody. That's why I knew like the t-shirt, you know. When I say winning the gym, I think he meant like work hard, not necessarily weights, but like you're there, you're training as effectively as possible, you're doing everything. Do you know what I'm saying? More like win in the gym every day, and then you know that you no one can stand next to you. What do you think?
You see what your judge is saying there? Like, I'll probably maybe how I've interpreted it is this year. Your show day is just one day, 2 hours maximum. The work you need to do to be on that stage gets done every single day. That day you actually stand on stage is the most irrelevant day of your whole process of prep. A lot of people focus on, when I get on, like a lot of people like when I get on stage, do you know how long I've been posing for? I'm practicing my posing. I was in my trunks when my belly was hanging.
I saw your off season still. You went heavy, I can't lie.
I just pose.
Wait, what class are you doing in WNBF?
I'm gonna be in the open.
How tall are you, bro?
I'm 6 foot. So yeah. don't let that get to you just now.
Don't worry, don't let that get to you, fam.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, fam.
Yeah, friendly. If I meet you on stage, for me, it's friendly competition, man, bro.
It's not friendly. On stage, it's not friendly.
To do my thing, but at the same time, if I wish anyone I'm next to well, but
John,
you know, we're not friends.
We're gonna be on the same stage. You know that.
We shall see.
Okay.
I'm gonna smoke him like this.
Yeah.
Fireworks right there, man. He's like,
but you know what? Yeah, like I'm telling you this. Yeah, you just like what your coach said. Yeah, you just have to do the work every day, bro. Like me, yeah, I can hold a vacuum for a minute.
Yeah, I hate you niggas. Still, I can't lie. I'm not a vacuum
guy. I will
guy.
hold the and people listen. This way.
I hate vacuum guys, man. I hate vacuum guys.
This comes for a reason. You see now.
Say no more. I'll tie a t-shirt around for today.
Listen, like you and you have to work to your own attributes, man. Like when you're Sunday is the show day, cool. The 9th, the whatever. Forget about that day. Every day leading up to that day, do the work. Like even the posing. Like, yes, I know we pose in front of mirrors a lot. When you're on stage, there's no mirror. So imitate that situation. Take the mirror away.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I pose my eyes closed now.
But record it. Don't just pose and say, I'm not going to record it, but not without a mirror. Look back, and when you're sitting down in bed, people spend so much time watching.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to find someone that's doing WNBF because I'm not going to lie. At this point in time, I need a villain. I'm not going to lie. And I've just
need something to motivate you.
I just found an egg. I'm telling you, because
and if it works for you, it works for you.
It works, man. It does.
You see, a lot of people spend so much time watching other people's podcasts, YouTube. I couldn't really give a flying monkeys about that guy's podcast. I would look at my videos. I would look at how my deadlift session went, because at the end of the day, they're people that are doing podcasts and people that are doing YouTube. They want to make money. The money that they make, they're not going to give to me. Yes, if you're my boy, I must support your thing and just go and even not watch a video, just put a little like on it. That's you. But for what works for me is watching over my videos. Okay, what could I have done better? Foot placement. This obviously, I was going to that gym in Beaverdale, Snap Fitness.
Yeah, why'd you stop, bro?
Yeah, I'm still there, but at the moment, my house there's rented out, innit? So I'm not.
So where you at? What area you at? What area?
I'm Beaverdale, like DA17.
Gee, come on, I'm in Erith, bro. Come on, man.
No, literally my house from that gym is a walking distance. So you know where Lido go? You know where Lido and Sainsbury's is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, literally, I live in those. I got a flat in one of those blocks.
Wait, so what gym are you going now then?
I go Zone. So I live in North London. I bought a house in.
In Belvedere. Okay.
In Belvedere, but at the time I had no tenants in them, so I was just going Snap Fitness because I was basically lodging there. Obviously, once I found a tenant, I just stayed in North London. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let me finish off. I got 2 questions. One, what makes a great bodybuilder?
It's gotta be natural first.
Why? Quick point.
I just feel like, okay, that's dumb. For me, what does bodybuilding mean to you as a person? You have to look at that first.
Okay.
You gotta think like I've never started. I never compared because I was thinking about maybe there's some sort of money at the end of it. I'll tell you now why I'm competing. Now again, my first year of competing, I just wanted to push myself and see how far through prep I can go. See what this process is. What's this hype? People say people are on prep, they're moody. Me, I'm on prep. I'm smiling in the gym. People look at me. I tell people I'm prepping for carnival. I'm funny. I'm not moody because I love what I do. I'm enjoying it. I don't train to compete.
Yeah.
I train because I want to train. However, competing is just something that I can then look forward to. I'm looking forward more to carnival than I am to the show.
This guy.
Trust me,
But you gotta think what bodybuilding means to you. So for me, I'm not thinking about money. Now, this year I'm competing, or I've said to myself, I want to compete more because, bro, I want that sword. I just feel like it's cool to have a sword. And people say to you, where did you get that sword for? Bro, I got it from that competition. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Or like the best wheels. So you have to, I'm not thinking about money because if I quit going bodybuilding and just continue going gym, I still make money. What I make from my day-to-day life, for my living, for my properties, I'm not saying I don't need bodybuilding money because if I was doing it and I was going to get paid for it, I'll take the money. But my main motive of doing bodybuilding is not money. So if you're just doing it because you enjoy it, you have natural. There's no point jumping on gear just to compete because you're doing it for the fun of it and the love of it. Those people that are taking gear, they've made a sacrifice to put such substance in their body to make money. No bodybuilder out there does it. That's not natural. Is telling me they're just doing it because they love it.
No,
they're doing it for the money.
I like that. I feel like when you prioritize, see something as a passion and love, you have the love for it, it's different. You know, you wouldn't need supplement for that, and you wouldn't need to not necessarily take shortcuts essentially, but use other kind of supplements to make things easier for you.
You just enjoy the process, and it comes as a natural athlete. You have to be patient. Someone that's taking steroids and
reflects though.
If someone came to me right now and said they needed a coach, I would definitely recommend Josh to them because with what he posts, how he is as a person, his business, how he leads himself, how he carries himself. This is somebody that for me, he lives by the motto that I live by, which is stay true to yourself. He's just an all-round, genuine, good person.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I met him for the first time.
And that's what makes a bodybuilder. You can have the most amazing physique in the world, but you're just a twat.
What's his Instagram? What's his Instagram?
Joshua Connect _ what you do _ Conde. Yeah, I know. I memorized it. No, I'm joking.
He's a very good guy. His content, how he preps his clients, it's a lot. So, and what makes a good bodybuilder I'm a great bodybuilder. I have to put myself on top of the list of great bodybuilders out there because I am. I'm top. Me first, then Josh second. Put it like that. But yeah, man, you can't. It's a very mad question to ask in terms of what makes it.
I mean, even that question itself opens up because I could ask the next guy what makes a great bodybuilder, and I feel like that question is not like this is what makes a bodybuilder, but it resonates with the bodybuilder in you. What makes
the most exactly?
Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say? So it really just brings out.
I don't look at nobody. This is what I told you. I don't want no questions about them. I don't look no bodybuilders out there and be like, right, I want to be like him or his physique. I couldn't really. I
do have a question, not necessarily what kind of relate. It's kind of like a kiss, marry kind of thing. So should we go now? Okay, I'll tell you what I feel like makes a great bodybuilder in my mind. I feel like someone who can 50-50 because can an enhanced bodybuilder inspire a natural bodybuilder? Yes. But do I prefer being a natural bodybuilder and inspire natural people to stay natural? I think I would. But there's still a lot of enhanced bodybuilders that inspire me in terms of their physique. Even though I know I'm not gonna attain that because of the obvious reasons. Yeah. But I feel like a great bodybuilder is someone that inspires a lot of people. And I feel like Chris Bromstead is probably a great bodybuilder because of the amount of people that he inspires and his personality. Obviously, that comes in. You could have a great physique, but like no one wants to say I want to be like Sean Ray. Everyone says like Sean Ray's physique is good, but because he wasn't the guy personality-wise, I don't know. You'd class him as he's got a great physique, but probably not a great bodybuilder if you're talking personality wise in that sense.
I don't know. I
in-
feel like that inspiration of people, just comes a bit later, though, doesn't it?
What's that?
How influential and inspirational you are to people would come a bit later.
This is what I'm saying though. I was in the kitchen practicing my side chest. My little brother comes in, he's like 18 years old, and his friend, I think I put some of my story, and his friend's on the phone.
Yeah, I see that.
And yeah, my brother takes a picture of me and he's like, oh look, it's what's Backy's dad's name with the back? Yeah, so you I don't know, I don't watch them stuff, but you whatever his name is, right? And his boy was on the phone and he was basically saying, yeah, like, bro, at your age, it was literally like you. And my man said there's hope. And that made me smile because even I remember what I was looking like at 18 and I was like twigs and bones, you know? So, but imagine if I was on drugs and then he shows him and then he, you know, that's, you know, because it sounded like my man was about to quit, like trying to get big, if that makes sense for him to say there's hope. So imagine if I was on drugs and it was like, oh yeah, nah, there's, you know, it's game over kind of thing, you know, at the end of the day. So yeah, I feel like if you can inspire people, I think that makes a great bodybuilder. I'm just not sure if it's natural or enhanced that makes a difference because I do get inspired by certain people.
Yeah, definitely. Like you know that guy that died recently as well. What's his name? Cedric.
Cedric McMillan. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Cedric.
Obviously there was that video that was done as well with him and Nathan PT, where they done the like natural athlete genetics and enhanced athlete, and obviously both of them are the two athletes they had used. And he's someone that inspired a lot of people. He's someone that like I have a lot of time and respect for him, even though he might not be a natural athlete. But obviously,
Cedric?
Yeah, he's a good guy. Like, but I have to always go back to the core of what I am and what I do and what I believe in. I personally do not have no interest in drugs. I could not care.
Same.
If the difference between going to the next level and staying at the top of a natural athlete is the gear, I'll stay at top natural athlete forever, because
of course
I would never do that. I will never do that transition to say, okay, and I don't know, like again, you know, your goals might change in life, but one thing, because where I knew I was never gonna take gear was when I had to sit my mom down for 2 hours just to explain to her what I do. Where she was saying, oh my gosh, you don't want to have children anymore. You know, your kidney, your distance
all this lifting weight is not good for your heart.
Yeah, she said you don't want to have babies anymore. Your penis will go. This, I had to sit her down and explain the difference between what I do and what her expectations and what she thinks is. And from the time I made that kind of like conversation with my mom to reassure her to believe in what I'm doing as a natural athlete, why would I then change my goal one day to say I want to start taking
drugs? Yeah.
Drugs.
Here's the question. Oh, go on, John.
I can agree with that. So no, I fully support that more than anything else. I respect that decision a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't see, but it's not there for me. And when you think about it as well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, this might sound like mad, yeah, but I respect female bodybuilders. But when you wanna be, when you're a bodybuilder on that level, you can only really date people in your line of work.
You think so? I think it's the opposite, you know. Even me as a natural, I don't think I'll date a girl that's doing bodybuilding. You crazy?
No, but I'm saying when you're at that top level, when you're at that top level, you're not gonna be dating one of these modern day girls.
Would, man. Come on, bro. Trust me. You just finished a gym session, yeah. 6 plate per side hack squat, yeah. You telling me you want to come home to food and massage, or you want to come home to a girl who's just come back from hack squats and everything as well? You want that massage? Don't lie.
Let me explain this. Let me explain this to you. You didn't let me land. You see, when you're at that top level, when bodybuilding is all you do,
yeah,
you're traveling for shows. You're not gonna have a woman where like you're traveling to America and she's not really interested. She might be a person that goes gym. There's a difference between people that go gym and people that do bodybuilding.
Are we okay? Cool. Are we talking in terms of what the? Are we talking in? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Okay.
I feel like if there's she could be doing you could be doing bodybuilding, but as long as she cares about what you're doing in terms of bodybuilding,
as long as she cares about it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like when you're at that level, top level, you're competing. Competing is your source of income. You cannot date a woman that does not also understand and is part of that industry in some way.
I mean,
No, I think you can, man. I think you can, man. I think it's even better if she's not in the industry.
I can't date a woman. I can't date another bodybuilder. I can't.
Oh, you can't date another bodybuilder.
I can't date another bodybuilder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I want to date
a normal girl.
A normal girl, have kids,
and have massages.
Have a dog, live life, chop life, enjoy life. So that's why bodybuilding will never be something I see myself that. Like if I had a relation, obviously I'm not gonna give up my prep and my shows for a woman. Yeah, but if I got to age, I'm 30 this year. If I get to a point in my life where like relationship is coming and you have to put time into your bro, prep is a lot of pressure on a new relationship. You cannot tell me you're dating someone and you're prepping. It doesn't work. She's not gonna understand the kind of woman I'm interested in. If you're dating another bodybuilder that understands the process of prep or what, do you know how many times I have to explain to girls why we can't go out? Why we can only do activities, or why we can only go bowling? Why, oh yeah, babe, I don't mind if you order food, why I can't drink? We live in a society and a generation now where chop life, going to nice places, is a trend.
Yeah, but tell the girl, I think you'd be lucky. I would say I'm lucky if you can find someone who, especially who understands, and not just understand, but actually there and rooting for you, and like kind of keeping in line. But she doesn't do body. Same girl, John.
Yeah, but you got to remember this year. She's known you before you start prep, so she's probably enjoyed you as a person before prep. I'm saying to you right now, you start prep, you're walking down the street, you met a girl that you think is nice, and you spoke to her. She's not been a part of your life before prep. She's met you during your bodybuilding career. She's never gonna understand if she's not somebody that's in that life and in that industry as it is already.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
Like people that when I go to D gym in the morning, I do my cardio, and people look at me, Some girl asked me, she's like, "What are you preparing for?" I said, "I got a show." She's like, "Babe, you just spent 45 minutes on the stairs, no holding, nothing. You're just there."
No holding.
Yeah, 45. No holding, bro.
No.
So she was looking at me like I was mad. But
yeah, again, you're mad still.
If I went to a bodybuilding gym where everyone there understood what bodybuilding, they'll be like, yeah, they don't even ask me what I'm prepping for. When you come in that early in the morning to do 45-minute cardio, this guy definitely got a show soon because he's doing faster cardio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So me personally, I don't see myself being another bodybuilder or another woman that wants to compete. I don't find that attractive. I don't.
No, I think for that question that we spoke about last time, D2, where it was like how important it is for your partner to be about, fitness and training and stuff like that. Well, I think it's more like I said, it's more important that they have that, that respect for what you're doing and that understanding of what you're doing. So it's not like, oh, you're going to gym again, like, oh, it's like what, another protein shake. So it's not like a negative thing like
that. You need a woman that understands your goal. And she's happy to peel potatoes for you, man.
That's every man. That's what I'm saying. And she did as well, bro. My last potato prep, she did. I didn't want to cut them potatoes, bro. I didn't want to do them. But yeah, okay, cool. Last question.
Yeah.
Your top 5 bodybuilders, you have to list them. That's it. But there's a second question that comes with it, but your top 5 bodybuilders, pick them.
Top 5.
John, for you, your top 5. Let's say sports personalities. It can be within combat sport, but top 5 all time.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Can we name football? Can we name footballers as well? Just one.
Okay, just one. Is it Ronaldo? Don't say it. Or is it JJ Okocha?
Why?
It's JJ Okocha.
So listen, my top 5 personal people, athletes. Number 1 has to be me.
Okay. Top 5. No, without you involved. Just top 5 people.
Without me involved, me being somewhere in the list. Well, yeah, okay. First person for me, obviously, like it's someone I looked up to when I was a child because of the career I was in, is JJ Okocha.
Amen.
I started playing number 10 because of him, but I was not a very skillful player to hold that position, so I changed to number 7. Okay. Second would be Nathan PT.
Okay.
As he's a natural athlete, he goes to my gym. He was the first.
Nathan PT. Yeah.
He was the youngest bodybuilder. I don't know how the title goes, but he was the first ever bodybuilder to win a major pro card at his age. He was the first youngest
You just showed me him. I didn't know it was natural. I was scared. But
yeah,
I think he's gonna.
I train with him in the same gym. When you say someone has work ethic,
yeah,
their man's work ethics are different. I don't see this guy, like, not to say it's cheating. I don't see this guy using straps or this, like the way he trains, the intensity, how he trains his movements. It is, and this guy has been training for years, so it is possible to have such physique and people question if it's natural or not.
That's 2, 3 more.
The next one for me, yeah, even though the enhance and stuff, but I just like the way he moves. What's his name again? Rough
Diesel, Terrence.
Rough Diesel, yeah. I love him as a person because the way he moves, he makes every single time you feel like giving up. Me personally, I just see his posts and I fall in love with classic bodybuilding. I don't have that open look like a gorilla, massive, just out. Yeah,
that's what we're trying to build out here for.
Them Mr. Olympia, that day does not bother me. It doesn't really. But yeah, I really like Rough. He's a very good guy. One person. A lot of people have questioned how natural he may be or not. But it's what's his name? You know that Keith West, if I'm pronouncing his name properly.
Oh, the white guy.
Yeah, the Scottish guy. I just feel like
I saw him at BNBF actually.
Yeah, he's one of the judges. Is
he a judge?
Yeah, he judges for them as well because he's a pro athlete.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Okay, cool.
Wow, I love him. A lot of people have questioned if he's natural or not. But I always say the way he trains, he's born strong. He has some crazy genetics and mentality when it comes to pulling the weight, pushing the weight. That when I say to people, and he trains a very weird way that I love. Big weights, volume, intensity, not this nonsense that people do. The guy trains big weights, volume, good intensity. You're going to grow. You're going to put your muscles underneath so much stress that they would grow.
Okay.
People haven't done half the work that he's done, and they have the nerves to question
his validity.
What he is like as a person. And the 5th person for me, even though he should be first, but he has to go last, is my coach.
Okay.
I
You've made this one easy for yourself. I don't know how you ended up doing that. Okay, cool, fine, coach.
But you know what I put my coach last year. Obviously, compared to these people, he's my coach.
Yeah.
And just the way he's handled me and how he's treated me compared to my first prep. And when we started prep, the first thing he said to me is like, forget what happened last year. He said we're going to smash that guy last year.
Okay.
We're gonna smash him out of the park.
I thought you were saying me, not me, buddy.
No,
number
like
one,
last
number
year,
two.
the Ade last year, he said, the Ade last year we're gonna make that guy look like, what was you doing?
I feel you.
He's put me in a position where I personally feel like I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but where I've trained and where I've diet, people are gonna ask me if I took getting this last year because the improvements I've made from last year to this year is crazy.
Amen to that.
It's mad. So I'm happy, and it just helped me a lot mentally as well. Like obviously I'll just give this brief. When I didn't have no tenants in my house, so I was not really making as much money as I could. But he believed in me long enough to tell me that that he would still coach me. And obviously he knows me personally as well. He's seen me in the gym multiple times, and he knows that in terms of the finances, I was good for it. But it was just that at that time I was low on cash, but more I had assets but not cash. But he was happy to coach me for nothing till I was able to get the cash flow back and pay him. So for me, that's important, man. That's somebody that shows the game. That as a coach, they're not just taking your money; they actually care about you doing well. Just
those kind of people. Those kind of people tend to really like the sport and just enjoy just telling people about it as well.
And just him also telling me as well, like obviously I have a few online clients. I've been stuck. Maybe like the weight is not dropping, that we're not achieving the goal. And I've taken my problems to him, even though they're not his client, they're my clients. I've taken them to him, and he's kind of like helped me and just said, okay, maybe drop the food here, do this.
I respect that.
You know, just someone that genuinely cares about the sport.
That's real
What
shit.
about you, John? Top 5.
There's
a follow-up, by the way, so yeah, make sure you pick wisely.
So for me, it's based on combat sports, so it would be. I have a list. I have a list of 3 of them, to be fair, such as in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Marcus Almeida, a legend in the sport. Wrestling, Gable Stevenson, some US athlete. He's younger than us, but he's like this absolute decorated wrestler, and he's absolutely ridiculous. John Jones, naturally,
of course,
base a lot of my stuff onto him anyway. But you know, with him, and he has a lot of histories of just fucking his life about and up with all the drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. So Demetrius Johnson.
Oh, nice.
And Canelo. Naturally, Canelo.
Okay. Now here's a question to you guys. Yeah, one has to be your training partner, one has to be your coach, and you have to live with one. See, you fucked this game up because you already put your coach and some guy that you already train with at the gym. So that kind of pissed me off. But let's see. So one you have to live with, one has to be your coach, and one you train with as your training partner every day.
For both questions for me, I can't lie to you, you have to be my coach, man.
Well, training partner and coach.
Yeah, but listen,
bro. It has to be one.
Okay. I will go with my coach as a training partner.
Okay.
And I will go with Rough Dizzle as a coach.
Nice. Double the knowledge. Cool. Smart. And who you gonna live with?
If I had to live with one.
Yeah. No, not so you've picked out of Nathan, that white guy, and whoever is left from your list, JJ Culture, you have to live with one person.
Live with one person, but I have to live with Kif, man. That guy will hold you accountable every single day of your life.
God damn. Nah,
the way that
guy, not bad.
The way that guy trains, yeah. Like I think you've seen him D2, Josh. I think you need to go and.
I'll send you.
Yeah, you need. You see what? Like this guy, yeah, he's different, man. Yeah, and you know why I like him? You know why I like him as well, yeah. You know, this is his first ever off season. Pre-show.
How long has it been training for?
So he's been training from a very young age because he only just came out a junior. So he won his pro card as a junior, if I'm right. But however, I don't count the years you trained before your first comp. I don't count it as an off season because you kind of just train for no reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you go on stage, and I always say this to people, there's never a right time to compete. If you feel that mentally, physically, financially, you're ready to compete, do it. You might not get what you want out of it, but that feedback, stripping everything from A to B, down everything, would give you a clear direction of what you need to do in your off season and how you need to train.
Makes sense.
Me, upper body, I can do just press ups in my room and get big from my chest. Yeah. So I train upper body once, whereas before I was doing it twice, I'm doing back once. So that prep and stripping down, getting that feedback really gave me direction into how my training needs to go and the purpose of me training, rather than before a competition, you're just training.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes sense. So yeah, so Rough Diesel is your coach as a training partner, and Kaif? What's his name?
Keith West, or whatever they call him.
Keith West as someone to live with. You slack, man. You could have JJ or coach there, fam. You can. But anyways,
I'm back, and I'll tell
you stuck to bodybuilding.
I'll tell you where my coach is my training partner as well. Yeah. Yeah. He as a coach, he tells me all the time, like, can you start leaving your phone in reception? You're on it too much. My coach doesn't take his phone into the gym. He just takes his the AirPods or whatever. Not AirPods. What that music thing, man?
MP3.
Yeah, but the Apple one. What's it called?
What? iPod.
Yeah, iPod. That's
iPod.
it.
Oh, right.
Just iPod. That's where he goes into the gym with. He leaves his phone in his car.
I respect that.
I respect it still. John, what about you? Who's gonna be your coach? Who's gonna live with? And he's your sparring partner.
John's would be the coach. Canelo would be the sparring partner, and I would live with Demetrius Johnson because his diet in general, the way he eats, bro, he eats so clean for an athlete, especially, and the way he moves, it's phenomenal.
Okay.
Easy. That's easy. Not like that.
All right. That's calm. Okay, cool. We'll wrap things up. No, I'm not in this game, buddy. This is my question. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, buddy. So yeah, we'll wrap it up with you're doing WNBF later this year. Are you doing any other shows, or is that it? Man, I can't wait to smoke you on stage, bro.
I would be there. Let's see what I want.
Hello.
Hello.
Have you recorded this to Instagram?
This is what do you mean?
This whole
this whole thing. It's been recorded still. Yeah.
Okay, well, post it maybe a bit later, not right now, but
yeah. No. In 2 months' time, in a month and a half, it will go up. Yeah.
I got a show on the 21st, next week Sunday.
Where?
In Birmingham.
Same BNBF.
Yeah.
Gang.
Okay, if they still got tickets, I'll be okay. Cool. Yeah.
I've got a UK FDBF in on the 4th of September.
Okay.
Obviously, they haven't confirmed the final dates when they're gonna do the final, but the final for BNBF is on the 2nd of October.
Okay. Yeah.
Then we have Supernaturals on the 9th of October. So I chose all my shows in a way where like I don't burn out.
Yeah.
It's just back to back. It's not like I do a show and I have to wait so long after for the next one. So it's just back to back.
Is it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max in between?
Yeah, basically that. So yeah, and I have a bone to pick with you.
What?
Okay, cool. We just started following each.
Yeah.
We just started following each other. Maybe 6 months, give or take.
Yeah.
This your gorilla thing. I don't understand. What's going on there?
Oh, what?
This is the same logo as my thing.
Oh, nah, it's not, man. It's not. It's not at all, bro. Look at my thing. My thing.
I can see.
My thing's slick. Your gorilla's all hunched up and shit, bro. Nah. I say your gorilla's all hunched up and stuff, bro.
What you mean? My gorilla will be up your gorilla any day.
Nah, bro. Show me October the 9th.
Exactly.
Show me on stage.
October the 9th, you need to deactivate this thing. Let me just buy you out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hearing
let me just buy you out right.
What's this Battle of the Gorillas? Yeah.
Nah, but you know what? Yeah, like obviously the gorilla thing is the clothing brand. I originally started it just to like give my clients when I was a PT something to just
wear.
For me, it was like a reward to like just say, okay, you've achieved this. Here you go. There's a top. That's a hat. Let's make them feel good. To start off with, it was never something I wanted to make money from or to sell. But I have thought now. Say again?
I understand that.
No, but now I have changed the direction of it. I do want to push it as a brand. And
so what's the brand called?
So basically, it's gonna be Ruthless Fitness, because obviously with the online coaching and stuff as well, that's what's gonna be pushed at. Obviously, I've made my company in house, and it's Ruthless Fitness. I've actually in talks with getting a copyright over Stay True to Yourself.
Okay.
So if anyone, you can use it, but you have to give credit to me, basically.
Makes sense.
Obviously, it's a very generic code, but I feel like I used it more, and the more I used it, I started seeing a lot of people using it. Yeah. And I don't want anyone, maybe a non-celebrity or someone that just think, oh, right, that's a good catchphrase, Stay True to Yourself. I want to copyright it quickly before.
I might as well copyright strength from within.
Well, yeah, you should.
Artwork everybody's getting copyrighted. That's the next step. My artwork everybody's getting.
They're very cheap as well, so it's just, you know. The things that are expensive is hashtag, because I'm trying to get a hashtag on Reflex, because obviously I know there's other like brands, like a supplement out there called Reflex. I just wanted to get copyrights and hashtags on my things, so I can at least have some identity to it.
No, absolutely. There is Reflex Nutrition. All right, there's the red logo. I know those guys. there is that for, but
that's why I've also gone with the gorilla, because it's like, yes, a lot of people use reflex, but not a lot of logos. Well, apart from this guy here, anyway. So yeah, and yeah, man, you know, gorillas, even though they're big, they have probably top. They're in the top 3 animals that have a very good like reaction, the reflex, like the way they reflect, or the way they like react.
You know what's crazy? Cool. I wanted to ask why it was reflex. You know, that was gonna be my. But I'll tell you why I chose the gorilla as my thing. It's their aggression, and just basically using their aggression to channel the strength from within. So
they never back down.
Basically relentless with aggression. Just relentless. So, that's the strength from within. So yeah, the aggressive. You gotta channel the aggressive strength from within to chase your potential relentlessly. That's it.
And even and for me, the gorilla also resonate with me in a way, like a lot of people see me as this big guy, but if you actually around me, I know to the average man, I'm big. But for me, I always say to myself, I'm just a teddy bear. I always say to people, like, I've known people to like, all right, you look scary, and they get to know me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're such a nice person. Like this whole prep, and people are moody on prep. When I'm in the gym, I'm lively, I'm happy,
enjoying the process.
I enjoy the whole process of this whole fitness stuff. Like, the only thing I don't enjoy is the expense, man. Bodybuilding is expensive.
It is expensive, man.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much turkey? Do you know how much turkey is?
You know about the turkey mince? Yeah, turkey mince, long.
Yeah, but I spend like £25 every 2 days. £25 like every 2 days on turkey and fish.
You know what we need to do? I already done a podcast with Joshua. So after you're showing this thingy, or I'm doing another podcast, me, you, him, and John, we're going to see. Because
anyway, lads, I need to go and get my pre-workout meal in.
Yeah, I'm about to. What are you training?
I have a back day today, bro.
It's back day, but I starting off with deadlifts.
It's legs for me, buddy.
Likewise, I need to do some deads today.
Yeah, I need to eat, rest for like nap for like an hour, then go gym.
If you got time, all right, cool. If you can just give them your Instagram, and where else they can find you, and then John, you can do the same.
My name is Mr. Gainer, Reflex Fitness on Instagram. Made TikTok recently, and I think it's Mr. Gainer first. I'll be more consistent on TikTok. My Snapchat, don't worry about that one.
Okay, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Next month, like, you find me on Hinge. All right, John, what are you saying?
All right, cool. So it's WR Fitness on Instagram. WR__fitness on TikTok. It's like the same. WR__fitness. WRfitnesscoaching.com is the website where you can purchase all the brands and the teas. Gang business.
Lovely stuff. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, man, for jumping on. Next week, I'm gonna shout Josh today. I'm gonna let you know after the show. Hopefully, I can come watch it. But after the show, we'll do a podcast and we'll see what we're saying. Yeah, make sure you make some noise, bro. My guys, in a bit, man.
See you later, man.
You meant good thing. Well done.
Love.